Welcome back to the show. I'm Hydromecha, this is the Hydromecha Monthly, and everything I say is a lie. We'll start things off with a world of auditory escapades. I got back to making music this past month and finished a new song called The Waltz of False Life. It was loosely inspired by a couple songs from Galacticon 2, one of my favorite albums, plus some other prog metal stuff. Initially, I made the song using the GZ Doom sound font, so I could use it in a mod that I'm working on, but then I started messing around with some other sound fonts I had laying around to make it less, compressed sounding. I also went back to an older song I made, Catacomb March, and gave it the same treatment. You can listen to both versions of the songs on Newgrounds, link in the description. Next up, I now have the means to make better scratch building videos using this setup. This way I can actually show the creation process of builds instead of just showing stills like in the Plague Machine video. This camcorder is hooked up to a tablet so I can see what the camera's seeing without having to take my eyes off the table, which is a setup I shamelessly copied from Greg Johnson. I'll link to his channel in the description. I've got ideas for another build that I'm hoping to get started this month, ETA, maybe a month from now? Maybe 2, we'll see. If you want to get a really early, vaguely proof of concept sneak peek at what I want to do next, check the Substack. Behold, the Cyberpenguin! This is a new monster I made for Antarctica Must Fall, which is a Doom mod that I'm working on. Right now it's using some placeholder sprites, but it's functional in-game and has sound effects. It attacks by ramming into the player at high speed, sending you flying backwards. It doesn't deal a lot of damage, but its knockback can be pretty crazy. At some point I gotta make a model and sprites for it, just like I did for the Snow Demon and Surprise Elemental, but that'll come later. Speaking of 3D models, Cube Guy's crouching normals are now done. Here you can see his 2A, 2B, 2C, and 2S. I also finished a few jumping related animations that you can see here. And last but certainly not least, there's a new Buggaloo page. I wanted to include a funny panel with some funny perspective, so I used some Blender magic to make a reference. I set the focal length of the camera really low to get that super close-up look. Here you can see the camera going from a more normal focal length to a much lower one while also moving closer to the model. And here's the different angles so you can see that a little bit better. Well, that's all for October. As always, you can check the Substack for more information on any of these things. I'll see you again next month. Have a good one.